Heimir, first of all, just give us an update on the squad, because unfortunately no Seamus, Coleman, no Sammy Smodics, but Andrew Moran is in. Yeah,
that's pretty much what we expected, announcing the squad so early, that something would happen in between. Yeah, Seamus got injured in the last game at Goodison, so yeah, he's out for some time. So unlucky me, I've kind of always missed him. He was only in my first camp for a few days. So no, he's out, and we knew Sammy was doubtful. He's coming back from injury. It's a little bit too early for him this camp, and we decided it's better for him to sit this one out and be ready when it comes to the pre-season for Ipswich. Yeah, and we called in Andy Moran, a young player. We liked him the last time he played. Came in against England in a bad loss, but he was a bright spot in that game. He wasn't with us the last camp, so he gets a chance to stake a claim in the squad this time.
And just regarding Seamus Coleman, the captain, David Moyes has said that he will be at Everton next season. Now, we don't know whether that's going to be primarily as a player or as part of the coaching staff. I mean, is there any possibility that Seamus has played his last game for Ireland, do you think?
Well, that's him to decide, and them to decide if he's going to keep on playing for Everton, which I think he definitely can. And if he does, then for sure he is in our mind.
And obviously, I suppose with the World Cup being a year away, you can understand why he will be very determined to stay on for at least one more year.
Yeah, it should be in everybody's ambition to be in the squad and qualify for the World Cup, and he's definitely one of them that would like to go with us to US.
Just on Caoimhin Kelleher, you know, you've spoken before about the desire for him to be playing week in, week out. Talk yesterday of Brentford showing an interest in him, and Kelleher himself has spoken even this week about his desire to be playing week in, week out, and presumably you're encouraged by that, and it does look more and more likely now that he will be leaving Liverpool in the summer and being a number one, which is what he wants.
Yeah, like I've said before, his quality deserves to be playing day in, day out, whether it's for a Premiership club or someone else. For me, it isn't the big thing, but he has proven he can play at the biggest stages in football. So, no, and all credit to him as a speculation to many clubs, meaning that he has done really good with the chances he has gotten to play, both for Liverpool and for us. So, no, hoping that he will choose wisely what he does, whether he stays or goes. I know he will take a good decision, but it's just good for us, and it shows his quality, the interest the teams have in him.
And is the goalkeeping position a position that you feel that, you know, if it's playing regularly for the international team, that player has to be playing regularly at club level, perhaps less so than an outfield player?
Yeah, I think it's a special position. It's a lot about decision making, split decisions you need to take in a game, and being playing on a regular basis is always better for goalkeepers. And we are privileged and lucky to have a lot of keepers now playing well, and probably one of the positions we have a big depth in. Yeah, so even Josh Keeley doing well for Leighton. Trav did really good for Middlesbrough. Max played all games at a successful Bristol team. And then Gavin is coming back from injury. So, yeah, it's going to be tough for them to fight for the 3 spots we have.
Evan Ferguson, I suppose, has had a season to forget, really. The loan to West Ham hasn't worked out the way he would have hoped. From talking to him, do you sense a player low in confidence and looking for, you know, an upturn in the season ahead?
Yeah, obviously not playing affects players, but he's fit and he's sharp, but we will of course now need to evaluate him and give him a chance to prove a point for us. It's difficult to judge players when we don't see them play, but that's why we want to have him in our squad and see what he can give to us. And last camp He made a difference, and we know his quality. Hopefully he will get playing time and have a good pre-season, which is really important, and come in flying in September, where we need everyone fit and ready.
And just go back to the Caoimhin situation. I mean, I mentioned Brentford, other clubs interested as well, but obviously if he was to go to Brentford, he'd be playing week in, week out with Nathan Collins, which perhaps would be of benefit to the national team.
Correct, yeah. If Nathan is there, you never know in the end of season what will happen before the next one. Because Nathan also played really well this season. So probably clubs also interested in him. But at Brentford we have the Icelandic national goalkeeper coach as a number 2, so I know there's gonna be a competition if he would go there.
What are you now hoping for in these upcoming games? Obviously positive results, but just to, I suppose, going into the World Cup qualifiers later in the year, is there anything specifically you're hoping for from these 2 games?
Yeah, we have been working on a few things that we always like to improve. I think we've done that. We haven't been focusing on many things, but mostly the basic things that we need to have 100% when we start our World Cup qualification. So those things that we are going to emphasize again. And now we are looking at some new phases, giving players a chance to prove their point, cement their name in the squad for September. But we're also giving players a rest that have been regular starters, and we want them also to come in flying in September. So it all kind of leads up to one thing. What we want from this camp is good performance. All of these players we've selected now have just stopped playing and training. So we would think that we have a match fit team, which has probably been the reason for unsuccessful June camps in the past, is that, for example, the players from the championship, is 1 month since they played the last game. So unfair maybe to take them from holidays and ask them to play a national team game on a high level. And the opponent, especially here at home, Senegal is a physical, fast, really good attacking team. So we need players that are ready for that kind of game.
You mentioned when you named your squad a couple of weeks ago about when we qualify rather than if we qualify. Now, Irish people aren't used to that level of confidence from generally from sports people, but is that what you're saying there? Is that what you'd expect to be getting from your players as well, in terms of expecting rather than hoping to qualify?
I think confidence hasn't been on our side last year's, but we feel growth in this squad. I've said also before that the players are on that age that now we can expect more from them. And I praise Stephen Kenny for bringing them in really early. So we are benefiting today that now these players, even though they're young, many of them, they already have 20 plus national team caps. And sometimes a young player will need 10, 15, 20 games to kind of know this level. And I think we are at this point that we can be more confident, and obviously the next Euro, they will be on a peak age, but I think this is now the time that we should go for it, and I believe we have what it takes to qualify. And
just on that, I know obviously you're concentrating on the World Cup, and that's contracted up until the end of the World Cup qualifying campaign, but just your reaction to the UEFA situation for Euro 2028, where it looks highly likely that the Republic of Ireland will qualify, even if they don't qualify via the normal process. Just your reaction to that news which came out last week.
No, it's obviously an exit route, but we always want to be number 1 or number 2. That's our aim, to qualify on our own merit, if that's the correct way to say it. But the most important thing is that leading up to the Euro finals, we have competitive games. We are in the group. That's the most important. If we would have a free pass playing friendlies, I would think that's not beneficial. So really good to have kind of an exit route but still playing the competitive games. And we want to be number one or number two in our group.